Undefeated.
Yeah. Of just talking. All right, here we go, bro. Boom, we're in it. We're here. And I told you so. I've never been so I told you so about this moment here. Yeah. So to just let people understand what's going on, you got Caroline Dubois, sweet Caroline, and you got Triple D, fam. Again, another, like it's the Dubois family. Yeah. These guys are dedicated to boxing. When I say these guys are dedicated to boxing, well, I believe, this is my theory, they have to be, because this is how it needs to go in this family, right? Now, I don't know. This is my assumption, yeah? I've said from the beginning, I feel that Dubois has to box. Like there's a thing of, you've been given all these gifts, you're huge, like you're like, it looks in anything, you look like a boxer. The frame, everything, you've been blessed with just natural ability, they would say, right? However, he might not want to be a boxer. He might not have that, that spiteful thing in him. It's like, well, we're going this way because this is the way the family goes. But he might want to do something else. And I feel like he needs to explore. So now when I get here and make this comment, apparently Shane McGuigan, who was training both of them, correct? Am I right?
That's correct.
The parent, Dubois' dad, is said, look, you need to make a choice. You got to pick between Caroline or Triple D. What does he do? He lets go of a heavyweight.
But
listen, lets go of the next guy, yeah, of a heavyweight, and he says, I'm focusing on Caroline Dubois and women's boxing. I get where we want women's boxing to go. Yeah, wait, it's key. I'm gonna pass the floor over. I get where we want women's boxing to go. We're not there yet. You have to understand that. That's important. But he said, I'm going this way. If I have to choose, I'm choosing this one. Go on, Trav.
So the precursor to that is, and this is all like information that's coming out slowly through the boxing channels.
Yeah.
There was an argument between Caroline and the dad. Now, in that argument, apparently, she's like, bun you, I'm out. In response to that, the dad has gone to the chain and says, make a choice. Because it's got to be one of those two. Yeah? The family division has leaked into the business. Right? And we're on this side, she's on that side. You can't be on both sides. So now you got to choose. He's gone with Caroline. And it's nuts because, as you say, women's boxing is not, the money ain't money like that.
The money ain't money.
Yeah. Dubois is about to fight for the belts against Usyk, a very overmatched opponent nonetheless, but it's still a shot. Still money. It's still money to be made. And he says,
oh my goodness, I forget that.
Yeah. And he's saying, I don't even want that money. I'm going to go with her and we're going to go that way. That's a big statement from the manager if that's the choices he's available. That were available to him. But let's look at that family dynamic, right? Because that's a really wild situation for a personal matter to affect my fighter's career in that way. Do you understand? We've not had a fallout. You've been developing. Everyone's happy here. But that personal beef is leaked out into this way.
All right. Well, let's go into the personal beef because I think we need to break this this conversation down into two pieces. Really, we have to talk about the personal, and then we have to talk about the actual decision making and what that means, right? All right. So we get into the personal beef. As I said before, I don't know Dubois' father. This is all. We're the speculation kings, in it. We just what you feel like you get the look of. You know what I mean? What it kind of feels like, right?
Yep.
And for instance, it feels like he's a hands-on parent. He's hands-on. He's absolutely involved in, and good. Well done. His kids are successful. They should be. They must be like close to millionaires and stuff. You know what I mean? Or that family in terms of family worth, this whatever. Right? They're doing well. Nice big house, whatever. So have you. How now? The issue is when your kids get to certain stages, you have to allow them to make moves. And what I feel for Dubois, and maybe Caroline's had that moment for herself where she said, look, like, I get you're my dad, but step back in it. Like, and to give like a basketball analogy, it's like Lonzo Ball's dad, LeVar. At first, he was everywhere, talking.
Baller brand, big baller brand.
Big baller brand, right? His kids have made it to the league, yeah, except one, yeah, and he's still just like he's still trying to just make it through, right? G League and that.
G League, yeah.
Yeah. However, he stopped talking the same way. It's not as loud because I have to allow them now to make the mistakes, work out what works for them, work out what doesn't, because they will push back. Yeah. So now Caroline has said, look, Pops, I hear what you're saying, but I'm trying to go this way. Are you just going to be here, listen and support me and catch me when I drop? Or are you going to tell me we have to go this way? Because I'm not doing that anymore. I'm no longer that young kid that you're talking about. I can fight. I'm alone in this ring. I respect what you've done for me and got me to this point now, but it's my time now. I have to write the chapters. And he has to be able to let go and be comfortable with that. But it seems as if even that decision to say choose, because he's hurt his son by trying to get back almost at his daughter to say, you have to make a decision. Well, now Daniel has to get a brand new trainer when I was nice in this situation.
Cool here. Yeah, exactly.
Why did you bring an ultimatum like
to my situation when
you're my situation?
See, my thing is
the level of control that he has to make that significant change to say, because I should be able to go back to Shane and say, well, no, train me and my sister.
Yeah. See, the thing is, I mean, let's try and explore the nuances here, right? Now, it seems to me that Dubois has just some personal issues that would affect his personal life. You know what I'm saying? Without trying to speculate too much, we've kind of got the idea that he deals with some, personal, like just maybe being on the spectrum potentially. You know what I'm saying? Just something about him that lets you feel like, okay, maybe there's a reason why he's so hands-on with him. And that follows the theme of like, children who grow up with certain issues and stuff like that. Parents.
We can't know. We don't know though.
We're speculating.
That's the only thing is we don't know, so we can't say. Like, it's hard. I get what you're saying.
You know what I'm trying to say.
The other side, just for the other side, or anyone that's watching, we have to say that this is a speculation in terms of
100%
get the vibe that he's on the spectrum, but we don't know.
100%. But let's box without the guard up, fam. We're gonna have to put. I'm not trying to put a disclaimer under every single thing I'm gonna say. People know I'm not trying to be disrespectful here. But I try to explore the relationship and get the sense of independence of Caroline Dubois and not so much with Daniel, right? And sometimes these are for reasons. So naturally, being a protective parent, you stay closer to the one that you feel is going to need you like that. Yeah? So now you look at the situation and I'm like, okay, the fact you just be able to just pluck him out of the situation, but Dubois, Caroline has moved away, it does speak kind of volumes here. Now, this isn't the first time we've heard of the dad being involved with Daniel's situation and switching trainer. You know what I'm saying? Now he's left Shane McGuigan, he goes over to Don Charles. I don't know that's the best fit for him. Do you know what I'm saying?
Exactly. So just now you're again, so when you talk about the parenting thing and saying who needs the most support, I'm saying if I'm making the decision, I'm taking, like, if I'm putting my kid, not saying putting my kid first, but if I say, well, which one needs the most support, I'm gonna say, well, Caroline, you gotta go find a new trainer because this family's got Shane. Do you know what I mean? I'm forcing that hand. I'm not really making it a thing. I'm saying, listen, if you stay, this trainer's here in it. But obviously, I still got to respect that Shane has his own decision to make in this thing as well. Or I just have to get rid of that thing because you can't tell me this is a step up going from Don Charles. Yes, there was a time back in the day, right, where you can say, yeah, cool. But if I'm like a parent looking for a coach for my for my child, Don Charles is not the first door I'm knocking on. Personally, no disrespect, but it's not someone you're thinking of. Oh, what's happened recently in Don Charles? Like, unless, But I'm saying, is there enough to? Is that what you want to set your stall on? Like, we're talking about the guy that's he was supposed to become the new face of British boxing, right? BT strongly build him, and this is when I want to go back to this thing about just in terms of what we're looking at and what we see. A trainer's gonna know. I have true value here. Like when Dillian White's coach was mad, you know, the email and this, that, and the other, and he thought, I'm about to lose out on a lot. So you saw him talking a bit more, and he was upset about it. For my man to say, title fight, all of this stuff,
I'm going that way.
I'm going that way. Now we have to say, well, what's wrong with you? Like someone that's, you know, when you meet someone, it's like, raw, like, how come you're not in a relationship? Like,
yeah.
Like, you're looking at them like
single for 8 years.
8 years, and you've got no old
No
school
one.
friends. You ain't
Like,
got no friends from the past. All your friends are like
No
from
one.
6-7 months ago. Damn.
No one.
I said, I find that interesting.
No one tried. No one tried.
No one tried. Now I'm looking at you, and I get it because you're in the gym with these guys, yeah. And not talking about him quitting and stuff, because obviously you got Guy and Shield, brother. We can't tell these boxers to die, but even down to the amateurs and stuff where he wouldn't turn up for, there was a tournament or stuff that he didn't go to. Like he said he's injured, and he just little things like that where you say raw, not like he's a quitter, but you worry about, is this for you? Like, is this one of those things where this life has chosen you and you haven't chose it? And that's in, no matter what he's saying, he has to make a decision where I think he should just be able to explore and think, is this what I'm really on? Away from his dad and make his own decision. But I know that decision will probably be difficult if he is like someone that maybe potentially on the spectrum, this, that, and the other. But he needs to be, you can still be supported in working out. Is boxing for me? Do I feel like I could do this for the rest of my life? And do I want to do this? Regardless of their abilities and stuff. I could be 6'6" and this, that, and the other. It doesn't matter, bro. If this is not what I'm into, I'm not into it. You know what I'm saying? So
I hear it, bro.
Oh man. I feel for my man.
I feel for his situation
away.
as
I
well.
feel for my man. And I know Caroline will be fine because she's a fighter. We've seen it. Like, we see the difference of these two in the ring. Anyway, people, let us know your thoughts. Get involved in the comment section on this one.